Creating content for YouTube shouldn't be as hard as you're making it to be. One of the biggest things that is making your life difficult right now isn't finding new ideas. It's everything around the process of creating a video that feels huge. Over the last few weeks, I actually learned this the hard way. I know exactly which parts are important and which ones actually make your life feel miserable. So in today's video, I will share with you the 3 things that actually helped me create content more consistently and made it more fun, so that you can also create videos that feel more like you. As we go to the first point, one thing that I've seen many people do, they are expecting to feel something in order to do something. If I'm not motivated, then it means that I shouldn't do it. On the contrary, we usually need to do the things that we feel uncomfortable to do. I don't always feel going to the gym. I don't always feel like brushing my teeth. But I know deep down, if I don't do those things, over the span of 12 months from now, I will feel disappointed that I didn't actually brush my teeth consistently. It will hurt. And if I don't take care of my health, my body, my brain, everything, my relationships will get affected. If I avoid the hard things will come to me. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that through action, you can actually get emotions. Because the word emotion basically means energy in motion. If you don't do anything, you will feel stuck within yourself. And usually that's what diseases are created from. That's why it's important that you move your body, move your thoughts, get started before you even feel ready, so that you actually can feel more in mood, more confident, feeling like this is the right thing to do, instead of just waiting around to feel ready to get started. So just imagine you're standing at the bottom of a mountain and you have decided that you want to trek this big, let's say Mount Everest. If you think about how much you need to walk, you will get discouraged instantaneously. And you will think about the hard trek, the hard days ahead, how difficult everything will be. You will overthink exactly how well prepared you actually are. Will you survive the trek or not? All kinds of doubts will creep up to you. And instead, I want you to challenge that and focus on 10 meters ahead of you, instead of focusing at the end goal, let's say creating a full video. You focus on the steps ahead, and it becomes more like bite-sized chunks for your brain, instead of telling it, okay, shit, I am so many lengths behind. Instead, I focus on the step ahead, 10 meters at a time. I will walk 10. When I reach 10, I will go another 10. And then you do that for a couple of times. If you want to reach the mountain many times, do 100-meter increments. I think that's actually a good idea. And this applies to many areas of your life. Let's say you want to do push-ups. If the goal is 15, and usually you can only make 9, you tell yourself, I'm only going to do 1. I am only going to do 1. And you do that all the time. And somebody counts behind, or you record yourself. And you will realize, oh man, I was able to do 15 or more. And one thing that I want you to take away is many people feel nervous. And they instantaneously think that it's a bad thing. When they try new things, it's unfamiliar. Your body, your mind doesn't know how to act in that certain situation. Nervousness is basically trying to anticipate what is going to happen. You want to survive the event. Instead, reframe nervousness as excitement. And in your brain, nervousness and excitement, they are basically the same thing emotionally. But the only difference is the label that you put it. For example, I used to be super afraid of doing public speeches in class. I hated doing presentations. I used to get panic attacks just the thought of standing in front of the class. So usually, I wanted to be the last one in queue. But as I'm waiting, the tension builds up. I should have started first and got the band-aid off. Instead, I waited, so the tension built up. And you might have guessed, I didn't perform that well on the presentation, despite preparing. Because I hated the thought of being in front of the class. But instead, if you reframe, I'm not nervous, I'm feeling excited. This is something new. This builds character. This is a skill I'm building. which will improve my life for the better in the future. I will vote for the type of person I want to become. Nervousness equals excitement. And of course, certain situations you are actually nervous. But in most things in life, you are excited. Just reframe that. It's something unfamiliar. So even though you already know logically that action creates emotions in your body, despite you not feeling it ready, you will still take action, and you know that through action you will feel something. But still, that's another problem that arises from this. What happens if I make mistakes? What if I don't know exactly how to act on camera? Many scenarios might arise and you are not prepared for it. How do I actually rebound and improve in front of the camera so that I can create content more efficiently, grow my brand? Well, one of the biggest things is to actually stop acting and trying to be a creator and realize that even if you're making mistakes, they are completely normal, especially if you're new at the game. It's a skill like anything else in life. Because it's unfamiliar to you, you have to get more reference experiences. Exposure therapy. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And with intentional repetitions, improving on the things that you know you struggle with, such as for me, it was filler words. I used to say, us, because. I'm not trying. Either I do or I do not. There is no try, as one green alien once said. If you get that reference, comment down below. So content creation feels more easy, more fun when you know that mistakes are normal. And also when you feel that, oh shit, I actually stumbled. Let me repeat. Let me record again. Stop, press record again. In real life, you're not able to press stop and play all the time. Just let it flow. Realize mistakes are normal and just let the conversation go. Let the show go on. So stop restarting, let it flow. You can always edit out later. Just repeat what you said and then continue and remove those things that you don't want in. But I highly recommend that you keep every mistake in because it makes you feel more human, and authenticity is something that I believe truly in, that we need to lean on, especially in this age of artificial intelligence. So being more on camera, you build the reps to feel less weird in front of the camera. There's no way around it. You just need more exposure therapy. And for me, one of the best things that you can implement straight away is the 3-minute rule, where you basically speak for 1 minute at a time. So 3 minutes basically. So for 1 minute, the reason why I'm not saying just with 1 minute is because you don't give yourself enough time to stretch yourself. 3 minutes is enough time that the gunk will get removed from the tap. And when you let the water just flow, it gets more clear. I realized from speaking every single day for almost 1 month, so 30 videos, I became more clear in how I speak. My thoughts feel more organized. And creating these videos require less editing. And one of those things is because I do have a framework. I call it the skeleton script because I only script the hook, but I have talking points that make sure that I follow a clear structure. I will come to that in 1 second. So stop trying to be a creator. But even though you know exactly how you can get into state through action, and you also know that speaking on camera requires reps and that mistakes are normal, and you're stop acting and trying to become a creator, but instead you're embodying being a creator through realizing that you are human. But the next thing is equally as important if you want to make content creation super easy to do, despite you feeling that you suck being on camera and creating content. And to make it easy, one of the number one things to do is to remove as much friction as humanly possible in the beginning. Too many make it so difficult. They watch too many videos of people who do their best to help others, but they have forgotten how it is to be in the trenches. They try their best to remember how it was when they started several years ago, but they only remember from memories rather than from experience that is pretty fresh. Everything that I speak right now is pretty fresh. Although I've been creating for many years, I've recently picked up speaking on camera. And you can rewatch my earliest videos. You can see, I would say that I've improved right now, but you can see the difference. And one way to remove friction from your life is to create a simple recording setup. You have one place at home. It could be permanent. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have a place where you have good light, you have a place where you can put your camera or your phone, you know exactly where you have everything, where you just can sit down or stand up and just press record. You need to decrease the friction, otherwise it becomes difficult to do. For example, let's say you want to start going to the gym, but you struggle to go to the gym because you think about, oh, I need to have an intricate workout plan before I even get started. No. When I had personal training clients, I said, number one thing is to build the habit of actually getting to the gym. That's the hardest part. So make sure that you have your training shoes, your bag, everything set up at the door so that everything is ready when you come home from work. And when you are at the gym, you go in and then you go home. And most of my clients say, well, Max, that sounds stupid. I should work out. And yes, that's the thing. It's intentional. It should feel stupid. It should be so easy to do that it feels stupid. When you are at the gym, you will not simply just go home because you took the time to drive the car, to bicycle, or to walk all the way to the gym. Why should you just be there for 1 second and leave? Doesn't make sense. That's the thing. So you have to make sure that it's so stupid that you would actually do it for more than 1 minute. And if you have everything set up and you say to yourself, well, I'm just going to sit here for just 1 minute in front of my setup that's actually already fixed, you will just do it. And then you wonder, well, okay, so everything is set up. You say just do it. Well, it's easier said than done. Yeah, that's why it's important that you have your thumbnail ready, your video idea, your hook, your talking points, all of that created so that you don't have to figure out exactly what you want to talk about when creating content. Usually that is a recipe for disaster, script that I created. It's basically called a skeleton script. And if it's something that you want, then make sure that you click the link down below and I will give it to you. Or if there is no link, just make sure that you comment to see if you're interested in it. I'm actually creating the link so that you can download it. And basically, I never fully script. I only fully script the hook so that I'm clear and make sure that I want the right audience to actually find the video. And if they don't watch past the hook, then I can't actually help nobody. So that's why it's important that the hook, because the hook, you probably already know, is the most important part of the video. But once I got the hook, I need to also have talking points. They came to the video for a reason, right? That's why the hook, fully script that, you have talking points, and then you already know exactly what to put into the video. This free resource that I have for you, I explain everything, like how to create a hook, how to find video ideas, and how to create other things, which you can find in the template. I've seen way too many people lower their content quality so that they can post consistently, but I don't actually agree with that. Instead, focus on making a process so easy it feels stupid to not show up. The friction needs to be so low that you basically do it on autopilot. Throughout this 30-day challenge to speak on camera, in the beginning I struggled to even show up. But eventually I felt something strange, a shift within me. I felt pulled. Even though mentally I felt exhausted. I told myself, I don't want to do this. Not today. The video will not be good. This is a disservice for the people watching my videos. I felt like I was wasting your time because I knew that I wasn't truly authentic. I felt tired, but still I felt that I needed to have full energy. Otherwise you wouldn't watch. But I still showed up despite feeling so negative. And that's one of the amazing parts with creating this system. You do the hard things until they become easy for you. And when they feel easy, it's on autopilot and actually it starts to get more fun. So I believe in the process and I know that in another 100 days, I will get even better with this. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Make sure to comment down below with your biggest takeaways so that the next person can also receive the gold nuggets so that you can get good karma, because good karma is good karma, right? So peace and love.